Alright, it's been a while since I posted. I'm going to try to go through some of the footage that I have recorded and piece something together that kind of maybe makes sense. Um, those videos will probably be coming out later. But for tonight, today's video, um, I was at the track last weekend and car was running better. It ended up pulling off an 11:15 at I don't remember the mile an hour in the quarter. Still not great. Still not back into the low tens, the high nines where it was. But then, as I was looking at my data logs, I see what was happening, and I was losing fuel pressure. Not exactly sure why I never noticed it while I was driving. I mean, it was kind of breaking up, but I mean, so many things going on. It's hard to really look at everything. I know I'm at fault. Luckily, the car didn't. Nothing happened to it. I didn't hurt anything. Car drove 2.5 hours to the track, made six or so hits, and drove 2.5 hours back. No issues, no problems. So, but now I have to replace my fuel pump. Um, Currently, I'm running twin Aeromotive 340 Stealth in tank pumps in I think it's an 0304 Cobra tank or a 9904 tank. It's got a triple fuel pump pad on it, so I could run up to three pumps. But I don't know. I've been thinking I have other issues with fuel slosh, and maybe I didn't set the depth right. I don't know. I've had enough. So I ended up doing some looking around, maybe going to a single Aeromotive A1000 pump. But again, that's a lot of pump to be running a lot of the time when I don't need to run all the pump all the time. So what I ended up settling on was a Holley 1200, just a single in, single out. Twin works out to 490-ish pumps. So they recommend to run one at a time or one pump full time and switch the other one on demand. So I'm going to set that up in the Holley. The car is already wired to do that because I was going to do that, but I never ended up doing it. So this guy goes in this weekend. And my battery's about to die, so I'm going to go run inside and grab a new battery. Be right back. All right, battery changed. So, yeah, single body twin fuel pump, and going that route now means I need to sump my tank. But me personally, I don't want to weld, not that I can weld, but I don't want my friends to weld on fuel tanks if I can avoid it. So I went and purchased from Summit a new fuel tank and a new sending unit that goes in here, and I gotta make a block off here because that's not needed. And then I purchased the Summit sump kit. Now this is quite nice. From some of the stuff I've seen online, a lot of them don't fit properly, and they are what they are. This one, let me flip this tank over. This is a stamped piece, so minimal welds. I think this is the only weld here on each side, but not across the bottom. So yeah, this thing is a nice piece. I'm not going to complain at all. And the fit is absolutely perfect. I mean, like, I've seen them where, you know, like they're all warped up on the sides or on the ends. They don't line up nicely. So, yeah. Now what I've got to do, didn't come with any instructions. My first inclining was to take this, cut out the size of the hole or the interior and just cut this right out and then weld it in. But that is not what you're supposed to do. Apparently what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to drill a hole, drill a hole, drill a hole, like that. So now you have some kind of internal baffling. Did I get that right? There. So now you have some kind of internal baffling to help with fuel slosh, so that when this is on there, you know, it's not gonna easily come out. So, yeah, that's what I have to do. I have to figure out where I'm gonna mount this sump. Because of my trailer hitch, I'm gonna have to get under the car and look. Once I get the fitting on, am I gonna have, oh, I put this on the wrong side, is this gonna interfere at all with where the hitch is? I don't think so. I think there's enough room. I think there's like 4.5 or 5 inches or so between the back bumper, which is where the trailer hitch ends, and this. So I think this will work. I think I can just put it right in the middle and be done with it. But I mean, like, I could also, I guess technically I could put it over on this side, or, you know, but this side would be more ideal since that's where the fuel pickup is anyway. Or put it off to the side here, then that way, you know, this is around where the trailer center of the car. So now we are way away from it. Yeah, so I'm gonna crawl under the car and put this up against the plastic piece and see where things lie and see how things are. But I think that's gonna solve most, if not all, of my issues for fuel starvation, for a bad pump, hopefully. And then what I'm hoping is that I can mount this guy. Let me see if I can get this back here. Up on the fuel line, or on the, man, my words are not coming today. Up against the back of the fuel, like a car, and run the fuel lines to it, and then run the pumps back out and kind of meet up with the lines that are in the back. I guess that's the front of the tank. They go up to the front of the car rather than have to replumb the entire fuel system. I'm hoping I can do that. That is the goal anyway. Also for the return, my initial idea, which I'm hoping is a good idea, is to waste all of your time. And I bought a steel 8AN bung. And this guy, because the old tank, the fuel hat was recessed right around here, I feel I should be able to maybe mount this guy like here, and just dump the return fuel in here, because I think I have a 90, if not a 90, then it's a 45 into here. So I should be good with length of lines and stuff to be able to put it in this location. So I don't know. Good idea, bad idea. It's my idea. You know, what what can you do? I've made enough mistakes along the way. I feel I can make more mistakes and figure it out later. So anyway, this is my job tonight is to drill those holes or get it lined up, drill the holes, figure out where this is going, drill that hole, and take it to get welded tomorrow. And until he's ready to weld it, drop this tank off or out the bottom, or obviously at the bottom because it's in the bottom. But pull the tank out. I gotta drain the tank first because it's pretty full, and get her all prepped. Fun times for me. All right, with some fiddling and some measuring and some more fiddling, I have come up with that whole schema. So these two are at the bottom of the tank, so that should, in theory, let the majority of the fuel flow down there. These three should just let a whole bunch more fuel in. I mean, what do I know? I'm a computer programmer. I'm not a fucking mechanic. I am not a fabricator. I just pretend to be one. I mean, I get lucky a lot doing this stuff, so whatever. It is what it is. And then this gets welded on tomorrow. Yeah, I just gotta clean this up good, get it all prepped, and then I have this stuff, POR 15. It is fuel tank sealant. So once it's all welded, I am going to coat all of this inside and outside with that, and hopefully no leaks. I mean, fuel leaks are not good leaks. Anyway, now to find a 2-inch bimetal hole saw because I don't have one. Sorry, 2.5-inch, because I don't have one. I might just take this over to my buddy's tomorrow and have him drill the holes for me because he's a machinist, so he should have the tools to do it. I'm gonna text him later and figure out what's up. So yeah, meh.